Hello, everybody, and welcome to San Antonio After Dark. We are into episode 13, and although we're missing a player right now, he's on his way. You'll be seeing him in the background here in just a moment when he grabs his headset from my counter. However, let's get going with the introductions. I'm Colip, Justin, Asshole, and I go by a ton of other different names depending on who you're talking to and what their mood about me is at the moment. I'm running the game. I'm the storyteller, which means I play absolutely everyone else besides the player characters. Which, if you have schizophrenia, might be a release for you. You never know. However, other than that, the next player we have is Paul. Go ahead and introduce yourself tonight.
Hey, Paul. This is Paul. I play Byron. I am a Tremere, power to the pyramid. So hopefully we'll get to incinerate some people and prove to the prince that not all anarchs are douches. And that's it.
Next up is Jason.
Hi, I'm Jason. I'm playing Vasily Fett, who is a child of Osiris, independent anarch who just wants to help everybody.
And where we last left off, they had just recently staked, because I was not going to sit here and do 15 rounds of combat just to stake her.
She kicked our butts.
It wasn't even that she kicked your butts, it's just 3 vampires just wearing her down was not doing a lot of damage. And she didn't even have that much stamina to begin with.
Next time I'm using the rebar, by the way.
Oh yeah, and do you have a bread truck?
Hmm?
Do you have a bread truck?
A red truck?
A bread truck.
We need to get one.
No, I don't. I can't understand that word. Say it again.
Bread truck.
No, I do not.
All right. Just curious.
I have a red Tesla, though. I don't know.
Oh no! Strike fear to the hearts of all of our enemies.
Hey, it'll go 500 miles straight. So that's enough for me.
All right. Hold on one second. I gotta figure out where my notes begin. Okay, I know where I'm at in my notes. So, you have the Toreador all staked up. And she's looking corpsed up.
Well, let's get her out of here, yeah?
Hello, Paul, son.
Let's go. Let's see if there's like extra bedding or something we can wrap her in, and then I can grab her and take her down or something.
Sounds good. Let's take one of the carpets from this place.
Yeah, perfect. Lay her out on the carpet. Make sure that steak's real good in there, and just roll her up in it and throw it over my shoulder.
That's going to be the Drew.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here before anybody else shows up.
That is
Something
correct.
about the blood.
Let's see here. Sorry, I'm looking up this ritual to see if what I need to do for it.
That's why I didn't stab her. I didn't want to get blood everywhere. Didn't matter.
Right up there. Hush your whore mouth. Oh, no, come on. No, come here, you.
No whiz-bang blood magic?
No.
And this is Lupe, by the way.
This is what I'm looking for. Ah, it takes 3 hours. Yuck. Yeah, no, I was going to do blood walk on her because with that I could show that she's taken part in the Valdery, which would then prove she's a Sabater. Because otherwise, right now, we just have a staked up, unacknowledged Toreador.
Well, let's get her out of here and you can do your fucking whiz-bang shit back at your chantry, yeah?
Do it at your pawn shop, man. It's awesome like that.
No. Pawn shop's good. You got magic shit at your magic shit. You do it with your magic shit.
And then the body was never seen again.
I was about to say, I'm like, well, it's all good. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll head to like basically a Chantry dumping off point so we can do some rituals to take a look at and prove this is a Sabater. Hopefully it is, and hopefully we didn't just like, stake the girlfriend of some out of town prince or something, which would be hilarious.
No,
No. That's not in my notes.
That's good. That's good. Okay. Dun, 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 dun.
I'll keep watch while he does his magic.
Okay. All right.
So you're taking them back to the Chantry?
No, a Chantry dumping off point, basically. Someplace that the Chantry has set up
I
outside
got
the
a place
Chantry.
none of these bitches know about. I'm gonna go to that old werewolf den. Nobody know about that but me, and anybody else who does is dead. So, or don't care.
Cool. Works for me, man.
All right.
3, 5. My difficulty is. I think 9? No.
What ritual is it again?
Hey,
No, it's 5. Bloodwalk. That's
keep your eyes
5.
peeled. This place, one way in, one way out.
Oh,
We don't want to get caught in here.
Right. So 5d10, difficulty 5.
What rank is it? Just 1?
2.
2?
Mhm.
So yeah, that's right.
3 successes, that's not bad. So let's see here.
She is a. You can see back 4. How many successes was it?
It's
3.
It's 3. Yeah.
You
So
can see back to her 9th generation sire, great grandsire.
okay.
It is a Toreador, definitely.
Okay.
Um,
I can also learn the identity of all parties with whom the subject shares a blood bond, either as regnant or thrall, which would I won't go so far as to say it tells me who's part of the Valdery, but that she is part of a Valdery. You
yes,
know what I
she
mean?
is definitely a part of a Valdery.
Okay. So that's really all I need to know. So that way a prince can look at me with aura percept or dominate or presence or whatever and know that I'm not lying. So let's see here. 3, that's 45 minutes. So it's like 2 hours, 15 minutes to do that.
It still takes you 3 hours. This has a dedicated time frame.
It says reduced by 15 minutes for each success on the roll. Its ritual requires 3 hours to cast, reduced by 15 minutes for each success on the roll.
1 second.
Crazy dog is crazy, right?
Right. So
That's why you don't ever get crazy dogs. But, that's just a Jason opinion.
I'm not
It has
being
nothing
sponsored by
to do with
Butterfinger, but Butterfinger.
all right. Yeah. So like I said, I mean, it's a time killer for the rest of the night.
All right. So it's about 3 a.m. when he finishes this up. You actually, before you get there, you find that there is no presence of a werewolf or a rat here.
Good. This is my fucking warehouse now. Fuck all them.
Gonna call it Red Hook?
Fuck yeah. Red Hook now.
Hope you got the resources to pay taxes on this place, man. Bear County tax assessors is tough.
I deal in diamonds, bro.
I know. Bling bling.
In fact, some of his
where's
favorite
that
customers
mustache?
are Giovanni.
Give me that back.
Damn it. All right.
Thank you.
Here you go.
So yes, she is definitely a Sabater. You guys have about 3 hours left till sun begins to start peeking up.
Okay.
Hey, how about we give a present to the prince by leaving her staked outside and videotape it?
Well, we should deliver her to him directly. That way he can interrogate her or have his sheriff or Scourge interrogate her to get information that we
Sheriff's gone.
can't. Well, no, that's why I said Scourge. So
Okay.
Yeah, because anything we film, though, remember, it never goes away thanks to the internet. So,
No.
That's
You
no.
just-
I like his idea. I like his idea. In fact, why don't we just stake her to the prince's door?
Oh, you're thinking pretty good there, Artist.
well, now I don't know about that.
I got a nice piece of rebar right here.
Prince, ding dong.
Ding dong, bitch.
Want to try that one?
I don't know that he would like that too much, but okay. I'll wait in the Tesla because that doesn't stand out.
I think your son's going through my my Twitter feed.
That's cool.
Well, I guess we're gonna do that.
I'll talk about it later, Bot George.
So, Fett doesn't know anything about the prince. Where's the prince at normally?
I could actually see about trying to give him a let's see, his seneschal. I'll give his seneschal a call because the prince doesn't generally answer the phone from every vampire who calls.
You've got Doris. What's going on?
We have the package that we talked about bringing the prince, so we just wanted to know where we should drop it off.
Package?
Yes, the Mexican package.
Yes. Okay.
That's just gonna go.
The tightly wrapped up burrito with the toothpick holding it all together.
Got more clever ones in there?
I have a million of them. I'm a Tremere. It's all out of salsa. There was no more salsa.
I have no idea if Russians play Vampire the Masquerade. No idea.
I hope so.
They all play Bruja.
How about this? Where are you guys at?
We are at the hotel. Well, no, we're somewhere
Don't
industrial.
tell them.
I said we're somewhere industrial. I'm not sure.
We can meet.
Yeah,
We can meet
definitely we could meet. Go to Torchy's Tacos.
Meet me at Nakoma.
Okay.
Yeah,
didn't we just come from that part of town?
Not Nakoma. Weston Blanco. You know where Martha's is?
Mm-hmm.
Meet me there.
All right.
And she'll hang up. And
There's a good taco place over there too.
Mm-hmm.
Martha's is delicious. Anyone who's not from San Antonio, you gotta go to Martha's at least once.
All right.
From where y'all at, you make one left. You go past the 2 red lights, and there's Martha's.
Nice.
Good
Does anybody
choice.
else find that a little
Yeah.
creepy? Just saying.
Okay,
I miss
so
tacos.
is that like 2 blocks? 2 blocks?
I really miss tacos.
By my old apartment. And Mom's old business.
So it's 2 blocks and then like a left and a right, or just the left?
Pretty much.
Like, how many turns does it take me to get there?
Dude.
It takes you 1 turn, and that's it. You have a good night.
Fed will stay with the car outside the car, keeping watch.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It takes her
And
about
then just smoke a
20
cigarette.
minutes to show up. And y'all have seen her before. She looks a little older. She has her hair curled up, and it's nice and it's pretty. If this was in the 80s, you'd probably say she had a really nice perm. But, this just may be rigor mortis setting in on your corpses. She pulls
Nice
up
pop.
and she backs up trunk to trunk. And immediately the trunk goes pop open. And she steps out.
I'll
So
move.
I'm
I'll move
assuming
it.
you're thinking you've got a Sabat with you.
We don't think. We know.
And how would you know?
Okay, so she didn't step out of the trunk herself.
I know, right? I'm sitting
That
here
would have
like,
been amazing.
Come on, motherfucker.
What? It's remote. I don't like daylight.
Why don't you talk to Whiz Bang Wizard over there? He gets some shit with her.
Yeah, I checked her blood bonds and things like that, and she's part of a Valdery, and she's a Toreador. And if I did my math right, she's a 12th Jenner, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So that's pretty conclusive evidence right there. I mean, the only other way y'all can find out more information is to get it out of her. And that wasn't the deal that I made. It was just to bring evidence and proof that the Sabbat are active in this city by bringing one of them to the prince. So that way he could understand that these anarchs are not just full of crap.
24-hour delivery. Yet again.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
30 minutes or less, or your pizza's free.
Sometimes.
True, true. So,
By the way, expect a lot of jokes from the strain rather.
Good. That's the way I like it.
we would be super happy to continue delivering Mexican takeout to the prince if we had the right incentive.
Or maybe if the prince got off his lazy ass and mobilized some fucking army. Yeah?
Camarilla is not known for armies.
That's how we did it last time. Let's do it again.
A couple presumptuous Toreador who will have scathing remarks. A couple of Bruja who are distracted by a bouncing ball.
Wow, you're just full of surprises,
Oh
aren't you?
damn.
No, I just don't have as a lot of faith in Camarilla fighting with the and against anarchs in California.
You
It
see
is
Doris
very-
kind of blink out for a moment.
Uh-oh.
She's looking down at the corpse. All right. I'm inclined to believe your story. Did you investigate the rest of the hotel?
Well,
The room was empty. We flipped the room as best we could.
yeah, before she showed up. I mean,
Yeah.
we do know that there are a bunch of people that have been staying there, and there was no one there when we got there.
We
They're
also
pretty
know
tidy. Go ahead.
he
Sorry.
said, "Why do I always have to do this shit? I'm always the one. She's the runt of the herd." Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
not
Probably Brandon.
necessarily.
Okay.
However, yes, it appears that the sheriff might be held captive somewhere in the hotel.
Oh,
Well, not in the rooms that we were in. I mean,
But
we can go
this one
back.
doesn't seem to know.
Oh, okay.
Please don't dump on my hand. That would hurt.
So with that, you would definitely earn favor in the eyes of the prince if you were to try and find him.
so the prince doesn't want to do anything, even though the sheriff's being held captive by Sabat, is what you're saying.
Might be held. We don't know if
You
he's
just
still
told us
captured.
You just told us that.
This one's
the
memories are
hotel.
scattered at best.
Ugh.
Reading her is like reading a copy of Harry Potter with every single page out of order.
Well,
Don't worry. Fez.
do I have to take Mr. fucking Bishop Johnson up to the prince's own asshole and shove him up it for him to do anything? Is that what I got to do? I guess that's it. All right. Have a good day, night, whatever the fuck it is.
Vet, my friend, we would probably have better chance if we got the cast of Twilight to help us.
Yeah, seems so. We're just dealing with a bunch of sparklers over here. And he's gonna crack his knuckles real big right in front of her. Just
Well, just well. Yes. So I guess we can go back to the hotel and try and investigate. Maybe the rest of her pack will stumble upon us one at a time dramatically, and we can bring them back.
We got like 4 hours till daylight.
Well,
You have
I
like two
think,
and a half.
yeah, I think we should hunker down and get some better preparation before we do it again, because it's obvious they're not going to just stop being there.
And who knows? Maybe I can stab them better next time, huh?
Yeah, very true. Very true.
Doris thing grabs the other vampire, tosses her in her trunk, and closes the trunk and drives off.
All right.
All right.
Okay. I think that sounds like a plan, though. We'll go
Let's meet
feed.
back up at Red Hook. I'll bring some
Yeah.
fun toys.
That's what I'm talking about. Woman with junk in trunk. Yes.
On it, man.
Cool.
Killing it.
Let me see. Let me check my ritual here. All right.
Which ritual are you looking at?
Burning Blade.
Yeah.
It's a 30-minute ritual.
I-
So.
Premier's over there singing.
Okay.
Uh,
Cool.
Rest of his time, Fett is going to make Molotov cocktails.
Wow,
Or
that
he goes to
escalated
sleep.
quickly.
I know.
I got demolitions. It's all good.
It's all right. I understand, my gangrel companion. I know. The Sabat are hiding French fries, Teal'c. We'll get them for you.
This is wrong character. Miches Restore.
Okay.
Okay, and that is. You'll need to spend 3 blood points
Yeah.
and roll willpower.
Yeah. I'm just like, yeah. I'm gonna go feed for the rest of the night.
Okay.
So, because I spent a lot of blood earlier in the evening, because that's thaumaturgy for you.
And Fett, what are you doing?
He's gonna munch on some chickens and make some badass Molotovs.
All right. Since we have a couple and a half hours of downtime, he will spend some more time reading his Bardo books.
Yes. To get that level 3. And check on if Ferdinand likes the chickens. Apparently they're good. That's all he's doing. He's gonna conk out after that.
And Ardith?
Are we still at the site, or did we already go back?
Well, now you have free time until tomorrow evening.
Yeah, we're
okay.
kind of splitting up at this point to get ready for tomorrow.
And you have 2.5 hours.
I'm going to go back to the club.
Okay. You get back to the club, and he has been working on the paperwork all night long. Give me just a moment, because I have specific notes for this. This was something I planned for.
All right.
All right. Gonna mark my pages here. All right, when you get back, the manager, who I don't want to give a name, has set up all the paperwork for the transfer from Seely's property over to Ardith.
Me.
And he will again say, look, man, I know some of you guys have rules about this, but you're not one of those guys. You could just embrace me and be done with it. I even have a new guy downstairs I've been training for the last month. And he can take over the position, and you can ghoul him. and he can take over just fine.
Junkie's getting a little strung out, it seems.
Yes. Oh, so you're training your own replacement.
That's the proper way to do it. If you're gonna move up, you have someone to take your place behind you. Sealy was beginning to prep me for that. Now, this is where you can roll perception empathy.
Let's see. So just perception, because I am not empathetic at all.
Yep, so difficulty 7.
One. Nope. It's 3.
He seems to be telling the truth. And I mean, if Sealy's gone, I mean, couldn't you do it?
I wouldn't want to mix blood, but we get all this paperwork done. I think about it.
It's all done.
No, I mean all of it. I
What
want
other
to know.
paperwork?
I want to know. I want to. I need my library or bookstore. I need to know. I need to know how your replacement is. I'm going to have to meet him. Don't want to meet him now. Not tonight. Not tonight. Not good night.
You've actually met him a couple times. He's the current head bartender downstairs.
No, I don't like him. Get rid of him. No, just kidding.
Yes, perfect.
He's like, okay, well, all the paperwork's done for this, so that's all taken care of.
Tell you what. I want to see how well you handle whole place for 1 year. If I like what I see, then I probably do this.
All right, I guess so.
However, if you give me any more guff, I'd wait 2 years. Then maybe we talk about it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go downstairs. Keep working on this guy. I'm gonna make him better than me for you. That way, when he replaces me, you'll see you made the right choice. And once again, give me this time give me manipulation and or no, perception empathy.
Again,
Same thing.
I am not
1-1.
empathetic, but okay.
Not bad. Oh,
This guy is probably a lot better than what he's making him out to be. He seems to be underselling that guy's usefulness.
The bartenders?
Yes.
Wonder why he's underselling him. I worry about it tomorrow.
All right. So do you do anything else?
I tell the bartender to get me. Do we carry? I mean, it is my club, so yes, I'll probably stock. I tell him to get me a couple of blood bags, and then I'm leaving.
Okay. All right. So with that being satisfied, Byron, as you head back over to the Chantry,
Okay.
what was that guy's name again? Richard, right?
I don't know. One dick's like the other, so.
Jason? It was Richard Graves, right?
Rickard.
Rickard.
Yes.
All right. Dr. Graves is waiting, like you often see him doing, sitting down in front of the fire, reading some book. Tonight he's reading a different book. Although his previous book was quite thick and he was not all the way through it. You know, you just notice how many pages he's into a book as you pass by.
Mm-hmm.
So how goes it with the Child of Osiris?
It goes annoyingly, but I see progress. They are becoming more and more malleable. I'm using the dog method of training. Get them excited about a task, give them a reward, and set them to a more difficult task next with a promise of greater reward. Soon they will be so eager to please me that they'll do anything.
I admire your long-term thinking with these anarchs, but if you can, try and get a pint of his blood as soon as possible. I would really love to sit down in the lab with it and go over it.
Indeed, I have a plan for that, which I think after we have located the missing sheriff that I shall be able to enact. I think I can get the blood without them noticing or having it disrupt our operations. So I will require some study in the ritual library to learn a ritual that I need for this. But other than that, everything's going pretty good. I think they're going to enjoy the fact that I'm going to bring them some magic swords that catch on fire. I think that will get them really engaged in this task.
He sets down his book for a moment. Which ritual would you like to study?
It is. Oh my goodness, I was just looking at it right now.
Burning
It's the
Blade?
one. No, I already know Burning Blade. It's engaging the vessel of transference.
That is level 1, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
But
yes.
it's not the one I. Yeah, but it's not the one I know. See, that's the thing. So
Oh, that ritual, sure. You are well above the authorization to learn that ritual. Please
yeah,
do.
yeah, indeed. So, as I said, we'll accomplish this task, gaining our clan also favor with the prince as we yet again display our unswavering loyalty to the Camarilla. So he will look upon us more favorably once we reveal to him that it is in fact us and the Anarchs who have helped save his position within the city. So we should be able to gain favor with the Baron as well as the Prince. Just saying. So, but yes, after we have found the sheriff, I will learn engaging the vessel of transference and thus gain the blood in a non antagonistic way. So
All right.
it should all work
Excellent.
out good.
So do you swing by the library first?
No, I'm gonna save that for after we go looking for the sheriff and how that plays out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a burning blade on 2 more swords, redo it on mine,
Okay.
so that I can give it to Ardith and Fet.
All right. So as you are getting back to your room after you set everything up for the ritual,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and give me the 3 willpower rolls.
Mm-hmm. Dun, dun, dun.
And I'm imagining you are drinking
65.
from something over the course.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's why I came back to the Chantry, because, like I said, I spent blood too. Excuse me. So 6.
He's drinking from his dog dish.
Indeed. That's the first one. That's 3 successes. Yeah.
3 swipes.
Mm-hmm. So the second one is.
Ew, I ate a bug.
Okay.
That's 4. And then mine is.
Okay.
There we go. So 5. So Fet will get the one with 3, Ardith will get the one with 4, and I will get the one with 5.
All right. Well, you can hand out the swords later. As you get back to your room, you notice on your nightstand, because everyone has a nightstand where they keep their books that they study before they inevitably fall dead to the sun. You notice the book that the Chantry Master has been reading.
Okay.
It has a red cover to it. It's leather. It looks old. It's most definitely a ritual book, and it seems to be one of those nice thick ritual books. So it may have more than one in it.
Nice.
But it's been Dr. Graves' prize book of recent.
All right. I will spend. So that was 45 minutes there. Sorry, so 15, 30. Actually, that gives me like 15 minutes before the sun comes up.
Okay.
So I will put it under my pillow and try and osmosis through it, and then that would be
Alrighty
what
then.
I do.
And you all eventually fall asleep. Well, pass out. Like me after drinking a fifth of Jack Daniels, just gone.
All right, I'll be right back.
As Fett wakes up, you'll spend the blood point as per normal.
Just double checking. Ferd and I are full, right, on the chickens?
Yes, y'all have plenty of chickens.
Good.
You can send someone out during the day to pick up chickens for you.
I thought we'd have a day worker who runs the pawn shop. I pay him,
You probably have 2 or 3.
Good. All right. So we got a bit before we're going to meet up at Red Hook. I'm going to strap up with a combat load, full bandolier with all the big caliber bullets, piece of rebar with cloth wrapped around the bottom as a handle, my walking stick. Ferdinand's got his 2 karambits and his 2 silver karambits. And I'm going to spend probably another hour or so trying to make some more Molotovs for the party. And
Give me
grab a
Dex
bunch
and
of
crafts.
really good Zippo lighters and bring them with us. I'm gonna load that all up in the Tesla and head on over to Red Hook.
Give me dexterity crafts. It's only a difficulty 5. At least I hope he can shove cloth into an alcoholic bottle without blowing himself up.
One would hope.
All right, you're able to make 3 good Molotovs. The rest of them seem to you push it too far down in, and you can't seem to get the cloth back out. So you just put it off to the side. Decide to take care of it later.
No, I'm gonna take them with to throw on people who are already on fire.
All right, that works too. All right. As Ardith wakes up, what is he going to do?
I lost my location.
You're back at the You're at a hotel. You couldn't make it all the way back out to Seely's property.
Oh, sorry, no, out of character. I lost my location. I don't see me on the map. I see everybody else, but I don't see me. My name's gone. Whatever.
We can hear you. We can see
Works
what's
for
going
me.
on. That's fine.
All right. Okay, so I wake up. Where am I again? Let's see.
You're at a hotel. You couldn't make it all the way back to the actual property.
Gotcha. Okay. Right. Just leave the hotel, pay my money, and head out to Red Hook.
Okay. And what does Byron do besides eat a Pop-Tart? Which is horrible for your body, you Mormon.
Mm-mm. They're cinnamon Pop-Tarts, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I'm going to go to Red Hook also. I'm going to have to take an Uber there since I don't have the luxury of an electric Tesla in red.
I love this Tesla. Sounds like a cat.
Do you at all read the manual?
That's why I said just a little bit.
You realize that it is above your rank for the book to be there. And you have no idea how it got there.
That's all right. Either I'm going to owe someone or someone's trying to encourage me. That's the Tremere way. So I'm okay.
Yes, those are the only 2 options.
Mm-hmm. So it's how a Tremere thinks. I'm like, woo.
Careful, it could be a mimic book.
Yes, my friends in the coterie, we must go to a dark corner to plan first.
So you all arrive at Red Hook at different parts of the night. Everyone is only down 1 blood point because I'm assuming you fed along the way the previous night. Again, I think that's a stupid thing to sit there and have to keep role playing out as the feeding part.
No, I have my blood pack, so I'm good.
We're on all chicken diet. Homeostatic.
You are all together now.
So, I spent a little time. I didn't have a lot of prep time, but with I used it, I figured we could all use a little fire. Here's a Molotov for you, and a backup. I fucked up a few of them. Ardith, you can just throw this one that's got the cloth in it at them when they're already on fire. Same for you, Whiz Bang, Weirdo. I got 2 for myself here. Oh, and here's a Zippo for each of them. You can keep the Zippos. You know, I got a dozen of them. So.
And all I brought was magic fire swords for you guys.
Oh.
Oh, how nice. Fire.
So here's one for you, Fett, and one for you, Ardith. You've
Yeah,
only got a few hits on people with these things, so don't waste them.
Yeah, I'm not touching fire. Sorry.
Wait, it's like the one you tried to use on me? Or use on my shot?
Uh-huh.
See, I kind of got this rule. I don't fuck with blood magic. You know? It's just... I feel it on my skin.
You feel it on your skin. I hope you don't feel it on your skin.
No, dude. I tried to do to work with a Tremere one time to find this guy that I was hired to hunt. He was killing little kids, so it was a good job. And it just every time it's like a rash, but I can't see it, you know. So you can keep your sword. And Ferdinand here, he hates magic too. So I'm sorry, my friend.
Are they sheathed?
Yes.
Oh, they are sheathed? I take both. Thank you.
Yeah, so basically it's the same stats as a regular sword, so it's strength +1 aggravated.
Oh, Ardith, man. Can you do a dance with them?
Oh, watch me.
Yes, that's not going to draw any attention to us, guys.
Yeah, no, dancing's not happened because I don't have any expression, empathy, performance. So
No, I meant like sword dance. No?
I think that's a performance thing, right?
Yes, Akata would be performance.
Yeah, no performance.
Oh,
You
so you're all business. I like that too.
Artists don't dance.
All right. So, besides bringing a whole lot of aggravated damage to this investigation, what should we do as our plan?
Well, we got some scouts, right? We got Ferdinand, we got Ardith. They're pretty good at not being seen.
Okay.
I said we use them.
Kill everybody in the hotel. Find vampires later.
Here,
This isn't Highlander the Gathering, the TV show where you just throw a nerve gas grenade into the crowd and go, I'll just get back up in a little bit, but no one else will.
so I got some headsets, maybe. Justin, that's cool.
Yeah, that's acceptable.
It's
Okay.
a good idea. You got nerve gas?
I know how to make blood agent, but no nerve gas. That's a little more complicated.
Why don't you just call Putin there, Ardith?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Russian, but only by blood.
God, I'm working
So-
with
I thought it was
communists, working with
Ukrainian.
communists.
It is. A lot of people assume Russian.
I'm neither.
I understand Fett a lot more now, by the way.
Thank you.
You watched The Strange?
The Strain, yeah.
That's strange.
The Strange. Whatever, same
The
thing.
Strange is a different show, and it's a parody. It's a very special type of parody that we wouldn't be able to show on San Antonio After Dark ever. Not on Twitch.tv, at least.
Right. All right.
Thank you for that image.
Oh my
So-
god, I wonder how many people actually got that long rambling joke.
So we got some headsets. Maybe we
Okay.
send in our scouts. They find some vampire motherfuckers. We jump on those vampire motherfuckers. If we have to burn down a few people, we got to burn down a few people.
No, it's their fault for being Sabat.
Yeah.
All right. So y'all head out to the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Give me alertness perception as you all arrive. Difficulty
I'm
6.
I'm not parking the Tesla. The Tesla's staying at Red Hook.
Whoever's driving, I don't care.
Oh, no.
What's the difficulty?
Just 6.
For everyone?
If you have aspects off on, it's -2 for every dot you have, or -1 for every dot you have.
Ferdinand has Auspex.
Okay.
And has a lot of perception.
Yeah, artist doesn't see anything.
All right. So as you arrive, everyone seems to notice people are coming and going. For Ferdinand, and and Ferdinand will tell people. As well as Ardith and Byron, will notice 2 SUVs are leaving as you guys arrive. Black SUVs tinted everything around.
Throw
Which
the
could be
cocktail.
significant, or it could just be some rich asshole.
Throw the cocktail. Get their attention. Tell them they're gonna leave.
Dude, this is not Kabul.
We need to talk to you.
This is how we say hello in Texas.
I really don't want to deal with the 5-0 if we don't have to.
Yeah.
I have like a real life, you know?
Yeah.
Do
don't
you
want that
now? Do you
interference.
now? Crap. So, what we can do, and we'll have to make a decision quick, and we can either split up, or we can pick one or the other.
How about this? Ferdinand's good at this. Hey, Ferd, why don't you just jump out the door? And he's going to do that. He's going to obfuscate and jump out the door. Everybody cover your eyes for 2 seconds.
You realize obfuscate would break, right?
If the driver slows down, right, at a red light or something.
Well, they are literally pulling away as you guys are going up into the parking lot.
Yeah, that's why I said we got to make a decision like now. I personally don't have a problem with sending like Ferdinand to see if Ferdinand can try and leap onto the back of an SUV, but I don't know what Ferdinand's level of obfuscate is because it might just break by trying that.
Ferdinand's 2.
Yeah, it'll break.
I meant Ferdinand can be dropped off to go explore
Okay.
in the hotel while we follow these SUVs and see if they're going somewhere suspicious.
Cool. I think that's a work.
Put Ferdinand on a skateboard. Attach skateboard by rope.
Ferdinand got Daredevil, so we're good.
Now, I like that plan. I like that plan.
Ferdinand's a crazy motherfucker.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah.
So give me Dex and Stealth for Ferdinand.
He has Cat-like, I believe, or Graceful.
Graceful will apply. So -1 to the difficulty, so difficulty 5.
Okay.
I forgot to tell you, Paul. I treat attributes as reduction of difficulty with specialties, and abilities are rerolls.
Thankfully, he had Graceful.
Damn.
Wow. Yeah.
All
It
right.
worked.
Then give me perception and investigation.
Nope.
All right, that's fine. All right, so you guys start tailing the other car. Who's driving?
That's not good at driving.
I have 1 dot and drive. Anybody got any?
Nope.
I have 1 dot and drive.
What's your dex?
My dex is 3.
And you got celerity, right?
Yep, 1 in celerity. So
Then
4.
you have 4. Yep, you're the driver.
Do you really want me to drive?
Yes, with a 5 dice pool. Yes.
Give me Dex plus drive.
All right, hold on. He asked for it.
All right, not a problem. Everyone, give me perception alertness.
All right.
All right. You all notice these are not just DC plates. These are exempt DC plates.
Yeah, just go ahead and toss the Molotovs.
Let's wait for a red light.
Are y'all listening to the radio by any chance?
Sure.
You guys do hear a news report about a swarm of birds who have been attacking people on the road.
What?
No one knows why these birds are attacking people, but they seem to be going for the neck and the throat.
Which one of y'all mofos ghouled or embraced a bunch of fucking pigeons?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's what I do. That's what I do. I look. Which one of y'all embraced or ghouled some pigeons? Really?
I ain't embraced or ghouled nothing, fool.
That's good. And you have been incinerating the bodies of the chickens after you bite them, right?
Of course. We give them to the, we cut them and sell them to the butcher, bro.
Okay. Okay.
It's all profit.
As there's a whole bunch of chicken corpses running around Judd style.
No, we just sell them straight to the butcher. Cut the head off straight to the butcher. There's
All
a
right.
butcher 2 blocks down. We don't live in a good neighborhood. So.
So, as it comes up to a red light, are y'all going to pull up beside them?
Let's pull up beside them and all dramatically look at them slowly at the same time out the window.
Their windows
Okay.
are blacked out.
I gotta keep my eyes on the road.
Boy, if you'd let me clean my jewelry, we could be like rappers.
Fed'll just double deuce flip him off. See what happens. Stick out his tongue and everything.
He rolled the person who's sitting in the passenger side of the front SUV, with the one that you're pulled up next to, rolls down the window and flashes a Secret Service badge.
Huh.
And here I thought this would be harder to do.
This is totally out of character, but I was like, I'll just flash my sword on fire.
No, that was unexpected. Wasn't that unexpected, guys?
Indeed.
And as you are looking kind of dumbfounded, the two black SUVs just pull away.
No.
They flash their lights for a moment and just go through the red light.
I can do that too.
Okay. So,
Ferdinand, give me one more perception investigation.
Say again?
I need an intelligence investigation from Ferdinand now.
From Ferdinand?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Followed by perception and alertness.
Ferdinand has auspex.
Yes, that'll reduce the difficulty by level 1 or level 2?
Level
2, right?
1.
Oh, level 1. So difficulty 5, 4 successes. When you guys catch up to him, I'll describe what's going on.
Wait. He has careful as well, if that matters.
No, not in this case.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna head back to the hotel, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
As you get closer to back to the I was about to say werewolf. As you get closer as you get close to the hotel again, Ferdinand's like, "Where have you been? I've been trying to reach you for like 15 minutes."
We rolled up on the Washington.
We found some government agents. We thought there was not government agents. What happened?
It wasn't La Migra.
I think I found where the sheriff's being held.
Oh,
Come down here. I'll just hit the basement button. I'm underground.
all right. Let's do that.
All right.
Go to
Hang
the.
on.
Hey, let's pull in the back. Right near the near the employee
Now
entrance,
already.
and get in that way. Find a service elevator and go to the basement.
You actually don't have a problem with that. You go down to the basement level, and
If anyone asks, I'm an exterminator, and you guys are helping me. Yeah. See, I got my license and everything. All right.
that's no big deal. No one actually bothers you at all, and that's a little odd down here.
No, that's white privilege.
Yep, he went there.
Oh my god! I know this is a distraction, but have any of you guys seen the Australian broadcast companies fucking privilege videos yet?
Negative.
No.
They are horrendous. Two white girls trying to rap about privilege.
She came back inside.
Let's not. Please.
Sorry, when he said that, it reminded me of the videos because they are the cringiest things I've seen in a while. All right.
Sweet.
So by this point, you notice that Ferdinand's decloaked. And I am going to take over Ferdinand here because Victoria's not here.
Yeah, she's probably on her way right now. So she'll be here shortly. Yeah,
So-
she's on her way home.
Give me
Cool.
alertness and perception, everybody.
All right.
Stupid one, go away.
Do you want me to roll for Ferdinand? Still?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, Ferdinand doesn't need a roll. He knows what's around the corner. So you peek around the corner because Ferdinand won't let you actually stick your head beyond it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a single guard there, a cell phone in his right hand, and he's staring at an iPad. Let me see. Byron notices it, and Ardith notices it. It looks like security cameras pointed down the hallway at him. He's standing right in front of a single door that's locked and says maintenance on it. If you were to try and reach him, you realize it's a good distance. It would probably take you around 3 turns. So we're looking at about 15 to 30 yards from where you're standing at to where he's at.
How much celerity do you have, Ardith?
1.
So the security camera is pointed at him?
At him and the door.
Hey, how about I distract him? Say I'm an exterminator, trying to get in, check the room, check the maintenance. You guys, I'll try to pull him away from the door. One of you jump up behind him, choke him out.
Well, because that'll all be on camera. And
No, if we pull him away, I'll say I need to find this.
the way he described it was that the camera was pointing at him down the hall.
Yeah, I'll ask him for help. I'll get him to show me around. Try to get him to show me around and stuff like that. Pull him out of the sight line.
The pad actually has 4 different camera angles. You can't see them clearly from where you're standing at.
Fuck.
There also seems to be a prepared text as both devices are plugged into the wall next to the door. And it looks like they are currently on always on mode.
So we need to get that iPad from him.
Well, for all we know, it's just him looking at the IP address feed of it. I mean, it could be recording somewhere else. And this is why I should have taken Machine Blitz as a ritual. So, but... Hmm. Hmm. So obfuscate. We have got that.
We could have.
Everyone, give me intelligence occult.
I was gonna say we could have either Ferdinand or
I was gonna obfuscate and try to get to
yeah,
him, but
obfuscate, and then
But obfuscate doesn't work through technology. That's the problem.
no, but my celerity in stabbing him would.
So Byron instantly knows this is basically a trap.
Yeah, that's why I'm like.
Every setup is made to only but elders could get to this guy before he's able to send off the text message. He's drooling a little bit, so you also figure he's been conditioned. Everyone else realized this is kind of strange. This is not normally how people would just have a camera set up over a maintenance room of all places.
there's got to be another way in, right? There can't just be one maintenance store. That's a shitty design.
Yeah, but we're in the basement of the cheapest bid contractor who built this place.
Yeah,
So,
but they spent millions of dollars on it. There's got to be at least 2 doors.
dude, there's probably like a Mexican janitor walled up in the wall somewhere just because he took a nap in the wrong place. So,
Wow.
that's
Paul.
Well, straight for that, eh? All right. Well, let's keep going and see if we can find a better way in.
It's an episode of Criminal Minds going on here.
I told you guys, I'm not a big action person.
Okay, I got it. So we send Ferdinand into the vents because Ferdinand's little.
Okay.
I think we should send our little person into the vents to see if they can discover anything in there. However, if they are this ready, then they may have countermeasures in the vents, which means we might have to sacrifice Ferdinand. So I think we should strap every Molotov cocktail to Ferdinand to turn Ferdinand into a possible little person ball of fire death.
Wow, you are just fucking full of good ideas, aren't you?
Thank you.
How about we don't do that? And I just go talk to the front desk guy and try to get a map because I'm an exterminator.
We could always take off your legs and arms and shove you down the chutes from the air and then light you on fire, and you could be the ball of flame.
Yeah, that could be good too.
The problem is I'm fireproof. That's the thing. I'm fireproof. It wouldn't work.
Then you would still survive.
But I wouldn't catch fire. See, that's the problem.
Oh, I don't know.
No, I do think it is a good idea to send Ferdinand into the vents, though.
Let's wait on that one.
Okay.
Fett is gonna spend a blood and make himself look all cute and pretty and human, and just kind of walk up, try to find. He's gonna, take off all his visible weapons and put them in his satchels, and carry around his satchel, and try to find an employee.
You come across some what are they called? They're not called busboys.
Orderlies? No.
No.
Bellboys.
Bellboys.
Bellhops. Hey man, how are you?
I'm fine. How can I help you, sir?
Good. Hey, I'm Vasily Fett. I'm an exterminator. I'm gonna flash my license. Do you have a map? I'm trying to figure out where I can put these traps down, and I'm gonna heft the bag a little bit so we can hear the equipment move. It's easier with a map. I can just look at it and see here.
Well, you'd have to talk to the manager. I can't give you anything like that.
Hey man, look, I'm working at fucking midnight. You understand? I'm really busy. How about I give you a hundo and you just tell me where a map is?
Well, there's not a map. I don't have one.
All right.
I just take everything's numbered upstairs.
I need a maintenance map or something. Let me talk to your manager, I guess. Where's your manager?
I'll walk you over to him.
All right.
And he'll walk you back over to the front counter. And there'll be the same stern-looking man you saw last time that Byron spoke to.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, and yourself, sir?
Hi, I'm Vasily Fett. I'm with I'm an exterminator, and I'm gonna flash my license again. Uh, I heard you had a problem with your previous service, and I was here to offer mine.
Nice sales pitch, son. However, our service is doing excellent.
Are you sure? Because from what I heard, things have gotten pretty nasty around here.
I assure you they haven't.
Okay, okay. Well, how about this? How about you just, and I'm gonna kind of put my hand on the table with and show like the quarter of the 100. Be like, how about you just give me a map and I'll take a look around and look where all the traps are and see if there's anything in them for free, nothing, no cost to you.
What part of the building would you like to look around, sir?
Well, the traps are in the maintenance area, yeah. That's what I'm looking for in the basement. That's where the rats come in, right?
If I knew where the rats come in, I would plug those holes pretty quickly, but our normal service does that. If you'd just
Well,
like
I
to look around the
specialize in that.
building, I'm more than glad to let you do that. I am not giving you a map to my building.
All right. Well, uh, let's. Can you show me where to get into the maintenance area then, so I can check your traps for you at least? I drove all the way out here.
If you really would like to take a look, the service elevator's right over there. Just hit the button that's marked B.
All right. Thank you. Have a good night.
You have a
And
good night as well, sir.
I'm not. I'm gonna take my hand back up and just walk away. Fucking guy. I'm giving him money. Won't even give me a fucking map. What is this?
Someone who doesn't want another person to know the layout of the hotel. Not many hotels say, "Oh, here's a map of the building."
But he's white. It's not even like he's Muslim or anything.
No, I'm a licensed exterminator off bribing him for a map. That shouldn't be a problem. Like, I'm walking in with a Texas license and trying to give him money for a piece of paper. But
I
whatever.
don't ever remember that being on a list of agencies.
No, there's state licensed exterminators. You have to be state licensed to use.
Yeah, I know. I did the licenses for him at my last job. It's just one of those, like, it's not like in New York where they do have an actual bureau with badges and stuff. In Texas, they're just people wanting to make money.
Yeah. Well, I have all the things because I come from New York, so
The guy's probably confused, like,
yeah, this is so
wait,
fucking
so
weird. Fucking
badges?
Texas, what this shit?
Yeah.
It don't mean nothing.
You have had a better chance going in as a TABC agent.
Yeah.
I think
All
you're
right.
leaking beer downstairs.
So, I guess we'll look around the basement some more. Wander around the basement some more until I try to find another way in.
All right. So give me perception, and because you are looking for something specific.
Leroy Jenkins!
Yeah, investigation. Perception, investigation.
All right, 1 second.
I could just go pull the fire extinguisher, the fire alarm, and just walk away.
There it is.
Everybody back in the building.
Hello, Jerome. Hello, Rebecca. I see y'all in my chat.
Hello. Enjoyed the game.
Indeed.
What's
so.
up?
Thanks for watching.
All right, so let me go back over here. You notice that this building is constructed weird. This particular room does not have a maintenance hatch into it. There's no AC going into this room.
What the fuck?
Hmm.
One way in, one way out.
Yes.
I'm gonna hit the radio. Hey, front desk was an asshole, and I walked around a little bit. There's one way into that place and one way out, as far as we can walk. Maybe there's another way in we don't see, but we're gonna either have to get rid of the cameras or get rid of the guy, or both.
Can't you shut down the cameras?
He's got the iPad. I mean, I could cut the power.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
If I cut the power, you guys be ready to go. You jumping. Want to
Yeah.
do that?
Well, it's one of those, like, that's a good idea. Just be prepared for people to jump us in return, because I'm sure that's not going to seem suspicious.
What if I make it look not suspicious?
Paranoid vampires, man, who are holding the sheriff of San Antonio hostage in their basement, expecting people to come looking for him. There is no such thing as not suspicious. But
I got an idea.
okay.
I think I'm gonna need Ferdinand's help, but I'll get it. If you guys can take that ghoul motherfucker, we'll get the power out without looking suspicious. Yeah.
All right.
What's the ETA on Ferdinand?
Probably 10 minutes.
All right, let's go ahead and take a break here.
Okay. Perfect.
And we can do a little Q&A.
Sounds good.
Get the chat rolling. Lost Tribes Gaming is Jerome and Rebecca. I don't think Miranda's here anymore. I think she left. So I think we only have one person in the chat actually chit-chatting with us. I have a permanent viewer, Electrical Skateboard, and I have no idea who that is.
Hey, Kurt, if you're there, shout off. Sound off. Nothing?
But no heads and freezers this time.
Nope.
By the way, for anyone wondering, and let's see. Screen transition. Nope, not what I wanted. We'll switch back over.
Hey, I'm gonna mute for a minute or two, but I'll be back shortly.
For anyone wondering, this is what my notes look like.
I don't see anything.
So whenever I actually make a story, there's a lot that goes into it. I spend a lot of time planning on this stuff. Up to and including plot twist. Okay, let me get this back to the size I want it.
Oh, what a twist! Ferdinand is the raccoon.
What a twist!
What a twist!
What a great episode of Robot Chicken.
And so far, this campaign, this chronicle, I've got nearly 30 pages of notes. Some stuff that has just never happened. Some stuff that will happen. Contingencies for contingencies for contingencies.
I like how you're saying some stuff that has never that's never happened. I'm like, the night is still young.
Well, I mean, like, there were scenes for Mick that were specific to him. That I expected some things to happen. I gave plot hooks so y'all could go investigating, but nothing ever happened with it. Same thing for Sealy. There's a couple of plot hooks that I threw out that no one bid on.
Yeah, he's dead now.
Yes, he is. You got anyone in the chat? Feel free to ask questions, and if they're not in chat, we'll relay it and we'll answer those questions for you.
I know this is pretty much out of character, but those are Sealy's birds, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
I thought so.
The very same ones that Ardith let out when he went to Sealy's ranch for the first time.
Well, those birds were kept in cages. It all must be free.
They are very much Sealy's birds.
Good job, Drew.
Yep.
What you guys don't know, and the birds aren't like a big plot thing, they're just like nuisances, is that they're actually going around and attacking vampires too for their blood.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, that well over there that Seeley was putting his blood into, that's gonna dry up eventually. So.
Well, they haven't gone back to the ranch. They're freed birds.
Oh, so now they're not like, we don't need that water well anymore.
No, more like, we want blood. Ooh, there's a vampire. Let's go drain that vampire. And they dive bomb down onto him and start drinking his blood.
Hey,
They have
maybe
killed
we
a
get,
couple of vampires over the last 2 weeks.
maybe we get gorgets. I think I'm just gonna start wearing a gorget. That's a good idea.
I bought into the Twitch Prime, so I don't have those stupid ads no more. Makes it browsing streams so much easier. And if in case you're wondering, Jerome, I will be playing a child Naharaja, which has obscene levels of dominate.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to spend my XP on as my first level of dominate.
Since we're at our break, I'm going to be participating in a game next Thursday if it starts. Lynn's new game. And it's going to be a Sabat game based out of Phoenix. And he said, I'm open to whatever you want to create. Child Naharaja, right now. I'm calling it. So there's a bunch of people running around Phoenix and other cities that are missing pieces of their body that they have no idea what attacked them, and they just slept through it.
I woke up and I was missing my liver. It was some bullshit.
Whoa, man.
So,
wait, where is this taking place at?
It's an online game.
No.
Phoenix.
I mean, where in Phoenix? Oh yeah, people miss livers all the time. It's all good.
Yep.
Phoenix is a pretty weird town.
So what he's having going on basically is there's a tent city of the refugees from Mexico back a decade and a half ago or so, when we had a lot of the immigrants coming up, like a lot of them. But you know, World of Darkness, so it's not just a lot; it's a whole lot. And the sheriff has set up a second tent city for all these children who are coming up from south of the border.
I blame chupacabras. It's always chupacabras.
Well, Justin is a chupacabra, is what he's saying.
No, I mean for sending the Mexican immigrants here, the refugees, they're running from chupacabras.
Yeah, and the chupacabra came with him, and there are.
Yeah, I can see Justin as a chupacabra, except he's not really sucking goats.
Goat's good meat.
So the general story is we're supposed to take back the city. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to pull a red cap here and just start eating some vampires down. And I intentionally started out at 13th generation because he's going to drink everyone dry. Just because I have to eat flesh to take sustenance from blood doesn't mean I can't diablerize.
That is correct.
Yep, go for it.
No, I had a character that ate people's organs to diablerize them. I played 3 sessions with him. I managed to eat 3 people. It was great.
That's
So,
what I'm talking about.
lots of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Justin's going to enjoy it even more because I imagine you have more tricks than just straight up stabbing people.
It's the best trick.
It is a good trick.
The only thing I really don't like is he does this super weird thing with experience. 1d4 a month.
A month?
A month.
That's terrible.
It is.
You can't buy nothing.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, you're dead. But I have like 1 month's worth of experience.
That's
one die.
I want to see. I'm genuinely interested in seeing how the Chronicle turns out. Because my character will be eating everyone.
Statistically, it should at least be 1d4 plus 1. So that way you have a 2 to 5 range, and if you roll high, you can get a new discipline. You know?
Or you can just do 1 a week if you want to just run a low XP game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I'm just trying to occupy a little bit more time to give Victoria time to show up.
I liked it. Everybody was in the game. We were having a good time. Everybody gets 7 XP. What do you want?
7 XP comes at the end of a story, though.
Yeah, I do merit based.
No, I give XPs like they're candy.
You like overpowered games.
Do you have any questions for us, Jerome?
Yes, any questions?
As characters, as players, as someone who would like to play just as people's shadows in a Wraith the Oblivion game?
That actually sounds like it would be fun. Just playing a shadow.
Caffeinated Conquest, which is another channel I follow. They stream every other Wednesday nights. I forget what time they start. They're running a Wraith the Oblivion game. And while I was in the chat, I kept typing in things that the shadows should be saying. Such as, you know you want to live together with her. All you have to do is smother her. If you smother her, she'll come with us.
He went full right hand path. Straight to the key loft and the debt.
But he loves her. They should be together forever. If she dies, she becomes a wraith, and we get to be together forever.
You are a very bad Jiminy Cricket.
Yeah. You're like the devil's advocate times 100.
Like Robert De Niro got nothing on you.
Yeah.
What night are y'all playing? So I can make sure I watch it. So Jerome's going to be running a Lost Tribes Gaming. I recommend a follow to them. Jerome's going to be running a Sabbat game. And my God, every time he says Sabbat, I want to...
Sabbat.
But, what time are y'all going to be running, Jerome?
Kamarala. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Gives me something to do on Sunday afternoons. So, bi-weekly Sunday afternoons.
Cool.
I'm not sure if you'll be in church, though. Or do you do early services?
I don't...
What time?
Church?
No, for, Jesus. I keep thinking of calling you Byron. Paul.
Yeah, no, we're in the afternoon church, so it's from 1 to 4. So
Excellent. I know when I can bother you in the Sundays.
Yeah, no. And then next year it'll roll back to 8 a.m. to 11. So
I'm surprised I haven't seen Becky harass you tonight.
Oh, she's working.
Jesus, she's a hard worker.
No, she's a closer for the most part, and she doesn't get to stop. So the way it works is, depending on which terminal she's in, it's either the last flight leaving or the last flight arriving, and it's about an hour after that before she can shut down the stores, because their contract says they have to be open for people to do stuff at a certain time. Da 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 da. So some days, and she goes in by noon. So some days, like on Saturday, if she works like arrivals, sometimes the planes stop getting there like at 5 o'clock. So she'll go in at noon and get done by 7. And other times, like today, she's in a terminal. She went in at noon and she might not get out till 11 or midnight. And she doesn't even know. Like, she doesn't know going in until that. And then if there's weather delays, and all that crap. So I'm like,
Jerome has a question. This is all done through Roll20. The vocalization, everything is Roll20, and then I just have my setup on OBS on my other screen.
Okay. Hey, Victoria says that she's going to be home in a couple minutes, and she's got some stuff I've got to help bring into the house. So what we could do is, how about Justin? We can rewind or say that Fett decided that his plan was a terrible idea.
Well, you guys have other options.
Hmm.
You don't have to raid this. You were never told that you actually have to bring the sheriff back.
No, but we thought it would look good for our resume. But now that we've determined where he possibly is, I mean, we could call up the Seneschal and tell the Seneschal to deal with it. That we're outmatched because, you know, we're just outmatched, and throw it back in their court, so we still get some kind of credit.
And
Yeah.
I can talk to you after the stream, definitely, Jerome.
Ooh, and we could eat the rest of those military people that came in on those covered or armored SUVs. They probably taste good.
Yes, I'm sure their incendiary bullets will taste quite nice.
You have no idea who is in the vehicles.
Yeah.
Let's not fuck with the U.S. government. I think that's a good idea. Just in general.
Hey, they're supposed to be protecting me. I'm a citizen. Blah 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 blah
Do
blah.
you
blah.
pay taxes, old man?
Yeah, I do.
No. Not you, fat.
Mm. So, yeah, I think I'm all down for calling up to higher
Yeah.
power. Maybe
Yeah.
the prince will get off his ass and tell someone to do something. That'd be nice.
Yep.
Quick,
Totally.
we'll get the werewolves from Twilight to come and help us.
Yeah. Sparkle Faces can deal with this. He's a Sparkle Face anyways.
It's probably his boys. Like, that's my entourage.
So as Byron lets the Seneschal know what's going on, they're like, "That's most interesting."
We'll snap a selfie.
Give me about 20 minutes. Don't let that guard leave, but I don't think that's going to happen. I'm going to text you in about 15 minutes, and then you're going to go ahead and come out. So, as this begins to happen for the next 15 minutes, y'all are just going to watch him, make sure he doesn't move?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. The
Got this all
Seneschal...
up on my periscope.
Can we spit spitballs at him?
The Seneschal shows up, and that's not all who shows up. You
Hey,
see...
I'm probably gonna have to go in a minute, so I'm just gonna mute myself. But
we'll catch you up.
Justin has control of my characters.
They get into a blood orgy and drink each other at the same time. Ooh.
Whoa! That escalated quickly.
I couldn't help myself. That's not all who shows up. Byron, you know who all the people are showing up. Every single deputy in the city, as well as every single one of the Primogen and the prince.
Ah! I think you anarchs should kind of like lay low in this conversation. Just saying. Especially you, Assamite boy.
So,
Yes, go talk amongst yourselves.
I know, right?
They all start walking in. Because they already know where it's at. You see them go straight down. And are y'all going to follow, or are y'all going to stay behind?
Hell yeah!
All right. You see, I forget who it is.
Those are his friends.
It's the Gangrel Primogen, or the not the Gangrel, the Toreador Primogen. Yeah, Toreador Primogen. It's in my notes. I was very specific about who it was. Have you ever seen Bleach?
Yeah.
The chick who does the flash step? What about Dragon Ball Z? Everyone's seen Dragon Ball Z, right?
Nah, really.
That's basically how fast she moves. You see an after image of her, and then you hear the guard go down onto the ground.
See, Ardith, how come you ain't got celerity like that?
You're talking to yourself.
Did Ardith stay upstairs?
I stayed upstairs. I don't care. I don't want to be anywhere near the rest of that Camarilla shits.
So, dude, but you could bust out with your flaming swords. It'd be awesome.
Yes, bust out with the flaming swords. Catch fire. Always fun.
They rip off the door, and it's still the Toreador, surprisingly. And you see them pull out the sheriff a couple minutes later. And this is where I have to kind of refer back to my notes. Sorry.
It's all right, man. I think I am going to buy me a solid gold Mercedes with my reward for this.
The deputies.
It's a trap. I send Mauve cocktails down the elevator.
The sheriff had about 9 deputies. You see them break off in groups of 3. They break all the cameras in the hallway. And you realize that there was 2 cameras pointed down the hallway, pressed up against the wall, so if it was ripped down, he would be able to notice. There's one pressed directly over the door, and then there's one on the inside of the room. They're not, like, keeping anyone from watching. They're just...
there.
Mm-hmm.
The sheriff will say, I don't know what happened. It was them. They walked into my private chamber at my haven, and they staked me before I could barely move. And I have no idea how they got there. It's sealed up. There's a ward on it. There's not many ways to pass a ward like that. And from there, the prince will walk over. Oh, where's the rest of your coterie?
To me?
Yes.
They felt that as anarchs, they would be less inclined to be respectful towards you as they should be, given the magnanimousness with which you have dealt with us so far. So, out of deference for the obvious show of force that you brought here, they decided to wait upstairs.
I was gonna say, out of character, Ardith yells down the elevator, "You're a bullshit liar!"
Ferdinand drops from a van. Why? Why are you lying?
The sheriff will speak up at this point. They were
Okay.
trying to break me. They were trying to figure out how many people we had in the city and where havens were. I didn't give anything up, I swear. I swear I didn't. I'm pretty sure it's his coterie that found me, and I'll vouch for him at this point.
Yep.
You'll actually hear a couple of rounds of gunfire go off. It's nowhere near where you are. It's somewhere else in the hotel.
At an opportune moment, I'm going to go ahead and, if they don't object, I'm going to start scavenging hardware from in that room. Like,
Yeah.
if they had guns and stuff like that, I'm going to start scavenging it.
No guns.
Okay.
They had a lot of pokey stuff.
Okay. Hey, but still, that's worth scavenging for Ardith to train with.
So,
Oh, what? You didn't think the guns were me? That stupid vending machine will give me chips.
the sheriff will say, he'll look over at Byron. Can you give me a ride home?
Sure, we got a Tesla.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
And we've been to your house, so we know where to go.
No, we're not going there. That place is
Oh.
compromised.
Oh, okay.
But you
Sweet,
must swear an oath that you will never reveal this other location.
No, that's cool. What I heard him say was that we could keep his old house, guys, just so you know.
Who are you talking
Keep
to?
that shithole.
Admittedly, he didn't say you couldn't. He just said it's compromised.
We have headsets. That's what I'm doing, is talking to you guys.
That place is trash, man. You need
Yeah,
like
I'm not
2 weeks
listening to
more
you.
just to make it livable. Oh, we're back for a little bit, by the way. Like, Victoria's gonna come in a minute.
Mhm.
So basically, the prince showed up with a true show of force. All the
Mhm.
city's deputies, as well as all the primogen.
Yeah, I figured it was about like 10 people from the description you gave as I was leaving the door.
And the
Closer
only
to
one that
20.
the only one that went down from our group, at least unless you went down and Ferdinand went down, was Byron.
Hmm.
I'm like, I'm not going down there with a bunch of Camarilla bullshitters.
No,
Yeah,
man.
too much Camarilla testosterone.
I'll sit and pretend to drink a beer at the bar again, and buy a round for the Hilton bartender.
I'm trying to get snacks out of the vending machine.
Bam, 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 bam.
So will you let? What do you say to the sheriff? Yes.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
dude, we'll give you a ride. We're like vampire Uber now.
He stands upright. He's like, "All right, let's go."
All right,
Dude,
cool.
your Tesla just got picked up for babysitting duty.
That's what he thinks.
So Byron and the sheriff come out from underneath.
Hey, we gotta give him a ride home, but you can't tell anybody where he lives.
Maybe you're gonna give him a ride home.
Cool.
I'm driving my ass home once we get back to Red Hook.
Movement of the mind, keys from the pocket.
You do not have movement of the mind, sir.
I know.
You went all fire mage.
I love how you're just saying that I'm gonna do things without asking me. That's real nice of you there, Byron. All right, weirdo. Sorry, I forgot your name.
It's all good, man. If y'all don't want to go and gain some favor and some more recognition, that's all right. I understand. It's just,
No, I'm happy that Prince Asshole actually stood up and did something, but not happy enough to do anything in return because he just fucking dragged my face through a bunch of shit that I didn't have to do. So you got let's go back to Red Hook. We'll get in our separate and we'll go our separate ways, and Mr. Magic Man can drive the busted ass sheriff home.
all right. That
No
sounds
offense.
like a winner.
So
and
as
does that, he raises his hands real calm, like.
the sheriff will thank you all, and you don't even need to roll empathy for it. He's being sincere. And unless you engage him in conversation, he'll remain quiet. Does anyone try to engage him in conversation?
Nah. It
Hey,
looks
what
like
they
he's
look
had a rough day.
What they look like?
They had me blindfolded most of the time.
Oh, that sucks.
There's about 7 of them.
7?
7.
What'd they do to you? If you want to talk, you don't gotta talk.
They tortured me.
Point on the doll where they tortured you.
He actually chuckles at that.
We're gonna take these sharp toothpicks. We're gonna poke you in different spots. You tell us when it hurts and if that's how they did it.
Shh. He doesn't know we're going to kidnap him in return. It's like a Mexican police rescuing a cartel hostage. Double payday.
How'd they get you? You said, yeah. How'd they get you? I wasn't there for that one.
Well, I don't know how you found me, but they just appeared in my haven, in my sleeping chamber, and staked me before I had a chance to fight back.
Wow.
It's odd. They were all fully awake, like the sun wasn't affecting them at the moment. Like they had a full night's rest.
What time was it?
Just after sundown.
That's not typical.
Especially not for Sabaters.
Hey there, Whiz Bang Magic Man. You know anything about that?
It could be rituals. It could be fortitude. I mean, that's, it's kind of hard to say because fortitude allows you to, basically keep going when the sun is up without many penalties. There are rituals that can be cast on people and places that allow you to do things.
I mean, didn't you have? Sorry.
So I would say it's just hard to say without examining bodies or things like that.
I mean, you're the sheriff. You not have protection on your place?
Yeah, but that's the thing, is any ritual can be countered by somebody else with basically thaumaturgy or any other kind of magic, and the Sabbat is known for having way, way more sorcerers than the Camarilla does.
There's other ways around wards.
No, and there are. That's why I'm saying it's hard to say. Yeah, it's just hard to say.
The munchers just love to keep munching.
Yeah.
I'm glad we saved you from the munchers. Good job, team. I guess.
It's nice to no longer be tortured when I wake up at night.
Hey, Mr. Ardith came into a club recently. Are you a little thirsty?
Actually, I am.
Or if you're driving, it's your choice.
Well, I don't know. Should we go, considering very much that you don't like the certain people that sometimes show up?
No, actually, you know what? Maybe Ferdinand and I will just duck it after Red Hook, and you guys can you can do whatever. We're getting a little tired ourselves.
I mean, if you're having issues at your place, you could always go. We could always. I'll buy drinks. We can go to Ashley's Forge. I have a nice line of credit there.
Uh,
Please let me buy you all a drink.
all right.
Some like
Never put down
18-year-old virgin.
beer.
Now
That's
he's
not-
speaking my language.
That's not me, my friend. But you guys can have your fun. I'll talk or something. I don't know.
Well, that'll work.
As we're going, I'm going to be like, Fett, you do realize that eventually at some point animals won't sustain you, right?
You keep talking to yourself there, weirdo.
No, I'm just saying, you know, as someone who's, I don't know, a blood mage and fairly familiar with how the Canite curse works, and you seem to
The
be...
sheriff will actually look at you when you say that.
What? It's true. You didn't know that either?
No. Phrasing. Do you want to take that one back?
We're in a car of vampires.
No, it's terminology. What Camarilla prefer to Sabat?
Oh, well, yeah. I understand. It's kind of one of those where, you know, didn't want to offend them because they're not in the Camarilla. So
Listen, you can. I like vamps. Vamps a good term. Everybody's good with vamps. Yeah. Okay.
We
So
can
we're all
use the
vamps.
term you've been using, muncher.
yeah.
No, munchers are sabats. Yeah, they just munch. They eat. They kill. That's what I call 'em.
No, but
They
that's
munch.
that's the whole point. That's what I'm saying is at some point almost every child who becomes an elder will no longer be satisfied by animal blood. Even Gangrel get issues with that after a while.
Sure, man. You keep talking to yourself. It's going real good.
Yeah, and that's something else. How long you said you were a vampire now? Like 2 weeks, a month?
Man, this conversation with yourself, it's really, I love it. You keep doing it.
And just checking.
Yeah, so
'Cause-
you guys are in the back. I'm gonna roll up the window.
As the Secret Service SUV is right next to us, a little parabolic mic.
And I'm like, you guys can have your conversations in the back seat there. I'll take you to Ashley's Forge.
Well, because, you know, it's like the whole thing with Assamites also. You know, I mean, they have their unique dietary restrictions.
Already closed you off, buddy.
So you arrive at Ashley's Forge, and the typical thing happens. The bouncer looks at you, waves you in. You get the disgruntled looks from the people in the crowd who've been waiting there for hours to get in, because you know it's a good club, so there's always a line.
Ah, fuck you.
It is actually a Thursday night. No, it's Wednesday night. Sorry.
It's Wednesday, my dude.
And so when you get there, there's a lot of women in the club.
Yeah, it's hump day. Hump day.
Ladies' night. Ferdinand, we're visiting Ashley. We're just gonna hang out. They're gonna. Sheriff guy, he's hungry. So.
Has he met her?
No, Ferdinand
Because
hasn't.
I don't think he's been.
Ferdinand and would have seen the sheriff at one point.
Mhm.
Every vampire in the city was actually at the 20th year anniversary.
No, she meant Ashley, but I don't think so.
Yes, Ashley was there as well.
Well, I mean, Ferdinand.
Oh, in person, you mean?
Yeah.
No.
Ferdinand and Ashley have not met. Let's do that. That sounds fun.
Who,
So
who's in Ashley?
Bless you, man.
See, it's what happens when you
Hold
do
on.
nothing but eat chicken blood.
Have Ferdinand punch you. That always helps.
There. Okay.
Too much chicken blood.
So continue, Justin.
You notice that Ashley's booth is not empty. She's having a conversation with a. You notice who it is for the first time. Byron has a very working knowledge of her. It is the Jessica of the Gangrels. And they seem to be having a lively conversation. As far as Fett and Ferdinand and Ardith are concerned, that person is a person of considerable power.
This is gonna be named Kylo Hen.
Yeah. This is a pretty poppin' bar. I'm gonna go meet the bartender. That's always a good move.
Too many people.
Yeah, let's go meet the bartender, and then we'll go meet the proprietor. You guys go do your thing. I know you're hungry. Yeah, I can see that look. See the red, Ferdinand? That's how you know. Look at the pupils. All right, let's go. So we're gonna go over to the bar. I'm gonna buy myself and the bartender a nice big beer, and then
And no, that was not vodka, by the way.
and head over to Ashley, I guess.
What is Byron and
Want drink?
Ardith
Oh.
do?
Ferdinand's gonna get a nice big soda,
No. Want drink?
blood pack.
I'm gonna
No
talk to
one
the
drinks.
sheriff about maybe having him deputize all these anarchs. I think that would be good for them.
I want a drink. Not a child.
Oh, a martini.
This is my. Gonna drink it and like kind of spit it out some, but
They
keep holding
actually
on to
will
it.
not serve you a drink.
He has alternate identity.
Oh yes, you're right. I apologize.
I'm gonna take a sip of it and be like, this is terrible, but refuse to let anyone take it from me.
Well, let me get you now.
My drink, not a child.
All right. Sorry, Ferd.
Deeply offended.
So Byron and Ardith, as they arrive with the sheriff up to Ashley and Lilith. Oh,
Ardith is gonna stand next to the door, the exit door. He doesn't want to be. That's Camarilla crap. This is whatever.
I'm buying you a drink, and the sheriff kind of chugs you along.
Oh dear lord, this is why you anarchs eat each other.
She can take that.
And
It's good.
Ashley will
You
look
have
at
to
you.
try it.
Ah, I see that you returned, Sheriff Riku. Thanks to wherever the rest of these guys are.
Over there, over there, over there.
Oh, hey,
They'll be drinking off my tab tonight.
you got good beer here. Pretends to sip it.
It's fine, Byron. You've got our walkies on there. We can hear you.
You see, it works out good.
We'll stand over here in the corner and over at the bar.
Dude, what is this, like a middle school dance? Come on.
Please, please sit down with me. Have a drink. The worst
Oh.
that happens is all of the Camarilla don't hate you.
No, I got my drink. Ferdinand got his drink. We're sitting.
Good deal.
And
I thought you said you like martinis.
It's mine.
Okay.
he looks at the bartender. I think those two aren't drinking real drinks tonight. So 18-year-old virgins all around. And the bartender, the waitress will nod and
No, only eat chickens.
No, it's okay, Ferdinand.
Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Oh my lord.
the sheriff seems to be happy. It's a little quiet. Besides the music going on, no one's really talking until the drinks come back.
Alcohol affects them.
They are nice big goblets of, well, blood wine.
Ooh, you left out.
Each one has, just out of character, depending on how much you guys you drink, is 2 blood points apiece.
Okay.
We're
These
pimping.
are good sized goblets.
Like I said, man, it's pimping.
And you'll hear Lilith say, "So, how did you get captured?"
Oh,
I heard some whispers on the wind. He's like, "They surprised me when I woke up. They got into your haven? How did they ever find that? Didn't I always tell you you need to be more secure when you drive home? Well, what you call a home." Yes, I understand, very much so. And I won't make the mistake again. You'd best not. I'm gonna go off and enjoy a nice, lively hunt. Thank you for the drink. And she will get up and walk out, leaving you guys with just Ashley.
Mm.
Nice place you got here. I like the fire.
drink's bad.
Well,
Dearie, please do not throw up on in my booth.
Throw up?
You're not gonna be able to drink that. The moment you get beyond your tongue, you will vomit your blood up.
This is my drink. He's not even really drinking it. He's just like sipping it in his mouth and then spitting it out again.
It's
Or
dogma
dripping
all
down
over
his
again
face.
with the angels.
so
And then you'll hear her mimic Alan Rickman. Two tequilas, por favor, en 3 glasses.
yep. Sounds
I
about
want
right.
a, I want a cognac and a Schnitzmaler.
Why do y'all pretend here?
Oh.
I don't
Y'all-
know why they pretend. I'm like, you guys are some of the most weird anarchs I've ever met.
You ain't got no Schnitzmaler.
Tell me about it, right? Chance to rebel?
I know.
Tell a Justicar off to their face? And that's when the 3 anarchs realized who they were actually sitting with.
You know,
And they
I was
just sit there dumbfounded.
Oh, just wanted to stealthily pour some of my drink on the ground.
you know, we kind of had a full night, and we were helping our friend. I guess our friend, our bounty, the sheriff here.
This guy.
Mhm.
He was a little hungry. I thought he might be peckish because his pupils were red. So, you know.
He orders a second round, actually.
See? I thought right.
Even if you guys haven't finished yours, he orders a second drink already.
So I think this is a great time to figure out where we go from here. It sounds like, Fett, you just want to kill Sabaters, which is a noble task, and I think it should be encouraged.
Okay.
What about you, Ardith? Your clan typically doesn't do anything for free, so what's your horse in this game?
My clan?
Yeah, you're an Asimite, aren't you?
Yes.
So typically you expect to get paid for this crap.
Oh, I am be paid. I am owning land. I own bar. I release pigeons. No, just kidding.
Pigeons, not chickens.
Out of
Pigeons,
character.
you say?
Out of character pigeons.
So-
okay?
So you're not getting paid in blood, so you can lower your generation?
No, not from you.
I
From-
love you, silly goose. I love you, man.
I just saw that.
You know what I like about hanging around vampires? Is all they talk about is vampire shit.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Oh, but it's because there is nothing else. You have left the mortal veil. There is no going back from here. And since you
Okay.
have a long time ahead of you, you should start planning now. It's kind of like a 401k.
401k.
Mm-hmm. How do you plan to live in your retirement?
A fork?
A fork? Whoa!
Man, this cat weirdo over here, he just likes to talk for me, Ferdinand.
Why
And
does
he
he
just
say?
likes to talk and talk. It's crazy.
Why does he say fork like numbers?
It's a human thing. It's a retirement account.
Mm-hmm.
It's too much to explain, Ferdinand. I'm sorry.
The sheriff has ordered a third drink at this point.
Okay, I think this is enough for me. Are you good, Ferdinand?
Just gonna pour his drink on the ground. I'm
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, that's the other thing. So if Ferdinand's an Assamite, who's paying Ferdinand?
Chickens.
You know what?
He's gonna look at you like you're stupid.
Oh,
I have chicken.
so
You know what the beauty of San Antonio is, Mr. Wizard Hat, is when I'm in my place on my side, nobody asks me any questions. Nobody bothers me about my business, and I feel like maybe you have yet to understand that. Even though we did save Mr. Riku over here, even though we've contributed to the city, we're still not gonna get bothered, and that's the beauty of San Antonio.
that's where you're wrong. And that's what my next question was going to be is you guys do realize that at some point the Assamite clan is going to come looking for you, right?
Give me an intelligence occult to know that.
Papa
I'm a Tremere. We're the
Papa
ones that
is
cursed the Assamites and fought war after war with them. That is basic Tremere 101 stuff.
Fuck it,
Papa's
you're right.
dead, so maybe you should stop worrying about our business and worry a lot more about your business.
Well, the reason why, so I'm assuming then that you don't know why you can't drink vampire blood then, Assamites?
Oh my god. Always with the talking, this guy. We're
You talk too fast. Talk slow.
he's just asking about Papa and what happened with Papa. And
No, I'm
we've
not.
already told you what
know,
happened with Papa.
but
I'm certainly not telling that again in front of this woman over here and this guy over here.
Oh, you draw him pictures.
You know what? Why don't you draw him pictures and next time you can show him a picture book. It might help him out.
I'll draw you pictures.
So you guys are Assamites that don't understand that you're owned by your clan, who are a blood death
I think
cult.
I'm about done. Thank you for the nothing, because I bought my booth.
You should actually take this much more serious, just so you know, seriously, because
Yeah.
you're not part of the
Have a good night.
Camarilla and you're
Bye.
not the Sabbat, so none of them will protect you when the Assamites come looking for you.
I'm just gonna slowly.
Estimate.
I hope you feel better, Mr. Riku, and just
Ferdinand is going to follow and take his empty martini glass with him.
Wow. Just wow.
I believe the child is right. Your 401k is done.
Oh, we got fancy chocolate bar.
Well, I guess they left before I revealed the fact that, my clan is the one that battered the Assamite clan into submission, so, oh well.
Ferdinand has a cult 3, specializing in vampire lore, so
Yeah.
he knows
You
what's going on.
Yeah, that you would know that the Assamites don't tolerate rogues.
Yeah,
That's why we're really good at hiding.
that's also why we don't interact with other people. We keep to ourselves. There's a whole backstory, man. Justin's heard it all. It all
Mhm.
makes sense.
I'll just eat and kill all.
As in, the Assamites may not know they exist.
But
Man,
the
what
Tremere do.
every time we hang out with him, hey, next time he asks you questions, this worked great. Just say nice conversation you're having with yourself. Or keep talking to yourself, man. It worked great. I tell you, Ferdinand, just do that every time.
If you tell people, you kill him.
Okay.
The sheriff will look at Ashley. Can you give me a ride home tonight? She's like, yeah, I can do that. Of course, darling. So how did you stumble upon where the sheriff was?
Well, mage.
How did we stumble onto them? Because we're damn good investigators who followed the trail of clues to the Sabbat, taking over your house, hanging out from there, then finding a hotel key card that led us to the hotel where you were held captive.
Your place is very bloody,
Yeah,
and there's nothing in your fridge.
no, not at all.
Oh, damn.
Suspicious.
Give me manipulation and subterfuge.
And we flipped your bed.
You at least need like
Byron?
fake half-eaten mayo for cover. Just on the side comments.
You could at least, at least paint your
Byron.
mailbox.
I am.
Okay.
Gotta look like you're some
Difficulty
kind of
is
weird
6.
bachelor.
Let's see one more.
It doesn't bode well. Nope, that's a fail.
And out of character, label your access roof to your attic with something other than a red dot.
Apparently so.
Mm-hmm.
Not entirely truthful, but not entirely wrong. Nice wordplay there.
Yes,
But you are a
indeed so.
Tremere, so it should be expected.
It is. I don't understand why people just don't want to listen to me. They're going to be sorry because El Alamut never forgets. Trust me, they never forget. They're like that frickin' cousin tweaker that you give a couple bucks to. They just keep showing back up no matter how many times you tell them to go away.
I
Well-
bet you there's a ritual that takes out your tongue.
I'm going to give this dear sheriff a ride home. His tab is still open for you guys. You have a terrific night. Good night, darlings. And she will walk out with the sheriff, leaving you two in the booth by yourself.
How much blood can I drink?
As much as you want.
Hmm.
But remember, you can over-drink yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Really? What happens when you do that?
You roll
It's
a frenzy check.
Yeah, it's not a good thing.
Huh. What? How much is over drinking?
To be determined by storyteller.
Oh.
Your character would know his limits.
I'm gonna drink again, I guess.
300 big boys.
Well, as long as you're not like chugging down 6 of these glasses, you'll be fine. Topping off and maybe getting an extra blood point isn't going to do anything to you.
Totally back to the airborne days. Let's see how much we can pound.
No, thank you.
So-
Not anymore.
Fett and Ferdinand are
That hurt.
outside. Y'all did
Yeah.
leave, right?
Yeah, we're I'm gonna call an Uber to 2 blocks from Red Hook, hoof it over to Red Hook, get the Tesla and head home. Head
All
to
right.
the pawn shop.
You have no problem getting home.
Put up my equipment and I don't know. Here we go. This will be fun. Hey Ferdinand, so you remember all those vampires who drink blood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And why don't we drink blood? Why don't we drink human blood?
Not dirty rats.
Yeah. Because we go up, we're higher than that, right? What do we fight for?
Be nice, humans.
Yeah.
Nice to the humans.
Mm-hmm.
Leave the humans alone.
Yeah, we're fighting for humanity. See, here, look, and I'm gonna take the Agam, the big silver-bound book, and I'm gonna go through with Ferdinand the first steps of understanding kind of a higher path of humanity.
All right. Why not just call it the Lumen?
Yeah, the Lumen, that's the one.
We all know what it is. By the way,
That's
anyone
the word
curious
I
in
got
chat?
the word from Skyrim and not from the strain. But yeah, we'll go through the Lumen, the first chapter of the Lumen together a couple times until Ferdinand can kind of explain it back to me.
All right. Ferdinand, give me an intelligence roll.
And that's how you get twisted upbringing.
Ferdinand is actually pretty smart.
Nope. It takes him about an hour to be able to repeat it back to you.
Okay, that's fine.
It doesn't
So
sound
what
that
is
bad.
Byron and
So Ardeth, how much blood will it cost to retain your services?
I own bars. I own land.
So-
Drew,
What is
hold
this-
on,
what-
Drew. Let me ask you a
what-
question. Was he brought
what-
up as a proper Assamite? Yes or no?
From the Sabbat's point of view, or from the Assamite Camarillo's point of view?
Assamite doesn't matter. It's still Assamite.
Yes, no, he understands the whole blood thing.
Mhm.
Okay. Then
He
you
would-
realize he's asking not about blood, human blood. He's
Yeah, no, I
talking
know
about
he's asking.
vampiric vitae.
I know. And that's like, I'm just kind of like leading him that way because.
All right, I'm making sure because it didn't sound that way.
No. Remember, if you look at mine character sheet, the issue I have. I'm just gonna play pretty much gonna play dumb. I was like, so what does this you talk about raising generation?
Without access to Assamite sorcerers or their rituals, you are stuck at the generation that you are at. The only way for you to lower your generation is to collect your blood tithe and send it off to the sorcerers to have them mystically lower your generation. You can't diablerize.
And how can you help me with this?
I can petition on behalf of you as an ally of the Tremere clan, since we are the ones that bound the Assamite clan to that restriction. It's not like we don't know what the ritual is.
So what's planned from now? What do you want to do today, or
Well-
soon coming?
Well, that's the whole thing, is that's what I'm trying to determine. So the prince knows the Sabbat is here. The prince has evidence the Sabbat is here. We saved the sheriff, which means, in turn, if Fett and Ferdinand want to keep killing Sabbaters, then it will go much easier for it. What is it that you want? Every vampire wants something. Not just, we can't just stay in one place. We're not elders. So what is it that you want? 100 years from now, where do you see yourself?
Owning many bookstores.
Okay. That's not bad. That's a start. That's a start. That's a start. And how do you plan on protecting yourself from vampires who don't like having an Assamite claiming domain in their city? Because many, many vampires are not going to like the fact that you hang out in one city all of the time and claim domain there.
I will own all the clubs, and then that'll probably be the best way to do it.
All
But-
right.
No, you wish to know what Ardeth really wants?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm like Santa Claus. Tell me what you really want.
I tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
I want to destroy all that made me kill my sire.
So, do you know who they are?
Yes, all of Sabbat.
All right. So, I'm sensing a theme here. Okay. All right. I can work with this. So, I think we can come to a mutual arrangement where I will be happy to help gather intelligence from my clan as well as from the Camarilla, provide material resources that you might not have access to, magic, masquerade, breach cover-ups, things like that. And I think we can, help stamp out the impending Sabbat crusade.
Sounds
That's
like a good
definitely-
plan. I will drain all that are in my way.
well, you know, like I said, you're an Asimite, so it's not really something that you can do. But what I can do for that is that I can see about looking into possibly learning the ritual that will help you lower your generation, which is a long-term goal. So we might end up having to go slaughter a couple of viziers or whatever the sorcerers for the Asymites are called and
Vizier.
rip the secrets from their brains.
Yeah, tomato.
Exactly. Yeah. Neither here nor there. But now we need to get Fett and Ferdinand on the same page.
Good luck.
So I think if we can present to them, perhaps in cartoon format.
You
Oh.
talk a lot. I think the problem is you're not doing it right.
Well, that's the issue. Is I fear for the fact that much like many of America's inner city youth, they lack a basic education of how things work, and because they don't know any better, they're resistant to being told that they're wrong.
Look, if you want Fett you want Fett and Ferdinand to help you, you just got to convince them that there are more beasts in the Sabbat than there are in Camarilla.
Exactly.
They hate beasts.
I understand. The thing is, though, is I don't think that they understand that what they do will make them beasts as well.
Fools.
You fools.
Because every
Oh
time
my
you-
god, you just quote from freaking Soul Eater?
I did. Excalibur.
Fuck Caliber. Fuck that sword.
Be careful
My
hunting
con-
monsters lest you become a monster yourself.
Yes, my concern is that when fighting the Sabbat, it is not the same thing as fighting Camarilla vampires or whatnot. I am afraid that their use of animals to feed on will be a hindrance when confronted with a large amount of human blood, like the Sabbat like to scatter around during their rituals and rite and whatever else. And it could incite the beast in them.
I don't think you understand. Fett's stronger than you think.
Yes, well, just like Carrie getting a whole bunch of blood dumped on them, we'll have to see what happens after that.
Rude.
Yeah,
All
they
right.
take too many showers.
But I think we're on the same page.
And tonight, this is where we're gonna call it.
We
I
still have other hour.
we have another half hour, but this is a good place. It's a nice stopping point without getting into the next part of this story
Okay.
and getting cut off right there at the end again.
Yeah, I can see
As much
that,
as I
yeah.
like cliffhangers, this is a case where a cliffhanger isn't a good thing.
What a twist.
What a twist, right? So, as always, we want to thank everyone who is in our audience tonight. We absolutely love you guys. Y'all take care of us.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna do my normal list of advertising other channels. I don't know of any other Friday night channel games, so always come here. We will be here every Friday night, unless shit happens. But you know, shit happens. So Monday nights, I don't know of anyone else, but there's Henley. Henley runs a vampire game set out of Los Angeles. Tuesday night is Spira, Storyteller Spira. She runs a game that is set out of New Orleans, and she might be going to her New York by Night game. Wednesday is a fun-filled night. Sentaku runs a werewolf game. Jax RP just ended their first season of their Wild West game. And every other Wednesday, including this coming up Wednesday, there's Caffeinated Conquest running a Wraith the Oblivion game. If you are there, you will see me there whispering as a shadow. And eventually they're going to listen to my whispers because it is so far creative. Thursday nights, Dice Ministry will be running a new game since they don't want to compete with Critical Role for D&D time. They're going to be running a Phoenix by Night game. I will be participating in that game for anyone who's wondering. So I do suggest checking it out. It's going to be 8 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Phoenix time. And on Sunday nights, Sundays is the big day for some reason for role playing. We have Silly Goose CA, who's in here. John Vera is still running his Changeling the Dreaming game. Dice Ministry, normally this is the other game that they run. It's going to be D&D, but you know, I'm not a D&D person, whatever. And there's a lot of other games that I probably missed on Sunday, but they have a lot of games. Just check them out. If you follow the actual games, not just the channels, you'll see whenever those games are coming up. I missed Saturday again. David 1200 and Flannel Puppy. I forgot to write down what time their games run, but they do run games. And down below here, and in the description box, if you're watching this on YouTube, are links to my social media pages where you'll occasionally see me rant about gun control right now. I do apologize, but I'm passionate about my rights. First Amendment, Fourth Amendment, all of them. With that said, we do have a Patreon. Any funds that go to the Patreon will be used to upgrade the stream and get cameras for all around for the people who want to. Better headsets for better sound, and upgrade my own stuff and maybe pay for some professional layouts, because this one is kind of broken, even though I like it and I'm the one who did it. Lost Tribes Gaming. What nights are you guys playing again? I knew I forgot a game. Lost Tribe, you're playing on Sunday. And Lost Tribe is playing on Sunday as well. It's going to be a Sabat game, right?
Yeah, Sabat.
I knew I was forgetting someone's game. So with all that said, please see my sellout buttons below if you really feel like we deserve it. We are trying to bring you the best game quality as possible. We will be here back next week at 8:30 Central Time. And we will be running until either 10, 11, or, you know, last week we ran until 12 because we started a little late. So, say goodnight, everybody. Good night.
Night.
Thank you for watching.
Mm-hmm.
It is,